You know, I don't drive Toyotas, I drive Ferraris. What do you want?
So let's say now.
Wait, you can't hear a word I'm saying. The do you want, man?
Okay.
What do you want?
Right? And the discomfort, it's like, you know, my original teacher, Jim Rohn, used to always say, you know, there's two pains in life, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. He goes, discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. You know? And
Yeah,
so
well
I've trained myself today, and then I do the first thing I do is always whatever is the most difficult.
Yes.
Because then you have momentum for your day. And when you train your brain to do what's difficult first, then emotional fitness just comes naturally. And more importantly, so does achievement, so does your ability to contribute to other people. Because it's like, you know, disappointment either destroys you or drives you. And you have to decide which one it's going to be. If you don't consciously decide, there's always going to be more BS for you to deal with.
If you are looking for external support, you need to find the persons that already solved this problem, that already went through that darkness, that already had been in that darkness. Because if somebody has never been there, what are the answers, what are the solutions this person giving you? From which fundament are they coming? On behalf of which basis? So that means sometimes the answers to such questions, they must come from someone who already had experience in that area.
I could wait around until I developed tremendous self-confidence, or I could begin to do things every day that were small, they're not major. And over time, when I did those one more calls, that one more meeting, that one more book I read, that one more podcast, not only am I doing more reps, so the likelihood of me being successful is bigger, but I started to convince myself I'm doing things other people aren't willing to do. Maybe I deserve things other people aren't gonna get. And slowly but surely, I started to convince myself I did deserve it based on what I was doing, not necessarily the caliber of my talent.
Yeah.
Timmy says, well, Dad, on the back of the map was a picture of a man. And I knew that if I put the man together, the world would fall into place. And just like that boy, when you get the you right, the man right, the woman right, your world will come together. Because your life puzzle starts and ends with you. People tell me all the time, Prince, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do. I say, you just told me why. Because you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're trying to master the to-do list when you should be mastering the to-be list. Shakespeare said it best, to be or not to be. That is the question. You have to be before you can do, and do before you can have. Until you are who you need to be, you won't know what you need to do.
It was so hard to see the good if you're only seeing the bad. Like, there's so many people that struggle with what their version of success is because they're looking at someone else's. There's so many people that struggle with their world of relationship because they're judging theirs based off of someone else's, right? And when you're constantly in the space of not realizing or noticing your world, your reality, because you're living in what appears to be someone else's, well, your shit is never gonna be right. It's never gonna be right.
Group of lions, they saw this flock of sheep and they attacked them. But then they see this lion amongst the sheep going, bah, bah. And one of them goes up to the lion and says, what are you doing? And the lion says, please, leave us sheep alone. And he says, you think you're a sheep? Come with me. And so he takes him to a lake. And he says, look down. What do you see? And he sees a figure with a big mane. And he says, see, you are the same. You are a lion. You have always been a lion. And at that moment, he saw himself as he truly was. And he roared. You see, like that lion, you have been around sheep for far too long. And somewhere along the line, you forgot who you were. People and a society forced an identity on you, put you in an environment that stunted your growth and committed spiritual identity theft on you. It got you believing that you were something that you were not. But now it's time to wake up to what's inside of you. You know it, and I know it. It's time to put the puzzle of you together. It's time to be who you came here to be. It's time to wake up and roar.